Hello again, welcome back. This is the fifth video in a series of videos reviewing all of the material that was presented in Unit 8 as a means to review to get ready for a retest. This is evaluating expressions using, it is not mentioned on this worksheet that I found, but it's using substitution. Now, substitution is when you replace a variable with a specific value and you must use parentheses. Let me show you what I mean. I'm actually going to skip number 1 and go straight to number 2. In number 2, we have 3b minus 5f. In this case, it tells us b is equal to 4 and f is equal to 2. So when we rewrite this problem, we have 3b, so we will replace the b with a 4, in parentheses, minus 5 and the 2 in parentheses. The reason we use parentheses is so that way we understand that this is multiplication here. This is 3 times 4 and 5 times 2. This is not 34 minus 52. 3 times 4 gives me 12, minus 5 times 2 gives me 10. So my final answer equals 2 for number 2. Moving right along to number 1. Let me zoom in a little bit. Give the camera a moment to focus. On number 1, I'm going to have to write a little small, but that's okay because I can zoom in. A, C, and E. A is 12, C is 5, E is 8. So, we will replace A with 12. We will replace C with 5. And we will replace E with 8. Now, you might notice for this particular problem, the parentheses didn't do much. There's no point to them. And that's okay. It's much better for us to have the parentheses there and not end up needing them than to need them and not have written them. So, step 1, remembering PEMDAS, we do whatever comes first going from left to right if it's all addition and subtraction. So we will do 12 plus 5 first. That gives me 17. And we are still subtracting that 8. 17 minus 8 gives me 9. I'm going to give you a chance to go ahead and pause the video here, and when you unpause it, the answers to 3, 4, 5, and 6 will already be on the paper. So go ahead, pause the video here, and give those a shot. Alright, how did you do? Did you get all 4 of the remaining problems right? Did you get only 3 of them right? Did you miss half of them? Did you only get 1 of them? However many you got, that is okay. We still have 6 more problems that we can practice. Continue to remember, anytime you replace something, you need to be putting it in parentheses. Failing to put it in parentheses could result in you accidentally forgetting to multiply, or worse, it could end up with you accidentally combining it into 22 instead of 2 times 2 or something like that. One other important thing I should mention before moving on is these are not the values of those letters all of the time. A does not always equal 12 for every algebra problem that exists. B does not equal 4 for every algebra problem. That is for those 6 problems, that is what those values equal. For these 6 problems, this is what these values will equal. These are not the constant, forever, end-all, be-all values for those problems. I've also figured from those problems that it will probably come in handy to have a scrap piece of paper to work some of these out on, so I'm not cramming everything on here. For number 7, it says t plus 4w plus u. Well, t is going to be equal to 10 plus 4w, w is equal to 7, plus u, which is equal to 6. The first thing we have to do is our multiplication. 4 times 7. That will equal 28, and we still have 10 and the 6. We can now go ahead and start adding 10 plus 28, which is 38, plus our 6, which is 44. That is my answer for number 7. For number 8, we have 2v minus 2y. V is equal to 9 minus 2y, which is equal to 5. 2 times 9 and 2 times 5 will give me 18 and 10. I'll continue to subtract them and get an answer of 8 for number 8. I'm going to give you a moment to pause the video right about here. That way you can see a couple of examples from up here and from down here, and you can still see the 4 remaining problems. When we come back, those 4 remaining problems will have answers. There we go. Alright, so I haven't slid up number 11 and 12 just in case you see the answers to 9 and 10 and want to rethink your answers. But for number 9, the first step is to replace the letters W, X, and U in our problem. You're then going to do your multiplication first, 2 times 6 to get 12, before doing your addition, 7 plus 15 to get 22, and 22 minus 12 to get 10. For number 10, you are supposed to do 4 times 6 first to get 24, then you will do 24 divided by 4 to get 6. Yes, that is a division sign. For number 11, we have to replace the v with a 9 and t with a 10. That will give us 4 times 9, which is 36, and 2 times 10, which is 20. We will subtract them and get 16. For number 12, we have 10 plus 15, which is 25, all divided by 5. While this one may have looked the scariest because it was set up as a fraction, it actually was one of the easier problems. Don't be put off just because you see that little fractional line. Sometimes it's just as easy as this problem, which was 25 divided by 5. And those are all the practice problems I have for this section outside of Edgenuity and the coming assignments for next week. I hope that this helped, and I hope that you are, at the very least, very close to finishing the Edgenuity assignment. It is intended to be due by Monday, March 23rd. It was assigned on Monday, March 16th. All of the information was put on Google Classroom that day, and I hope that you have been checking it. Good luck.